Welcome back to the Texas Rundown. As always, I'm your host, Danson. As I say, no nickname Roberts. To my left here, I got JP Gucci Sunglasses Seal.
They're actually Louis V. But yes, we are back. The Rundown is back and better than ever.
We're back. It's been a while. So
it's been
thank you for your patience.
And I am Pancake P.
I like Louis V. JP Louis V Seal. And then over here, we got Ish. Open facts, Raina. Because everything he says, he can change on his own timeline.
I'm going to come at you with real facts. You call me Mr. ESPN, open facts, whatever
Those
you
are
like.
not
I'm
real
going to give
facts,
you
dude.
real takes, and you guys can definitely take that to the bank.
Stats don't tell the game.
They absolutely do.
It makes sense, too, because the bank is closed right now, actually. So, but okay.
Good point.
Let's get today started,
Yeah,
guys.
so we're going to start off with Ish's Mavericks here. And
We're on a hot streak right now.
Since it's your team.
8-2 in the past 10
real hot
games.
streak when you just freaking lost against one of the worst teams in the NBA.
Hey, don't talk
everybody
about
has
John
a bad
Wall's
game.
Rockets like that.
We also,
I mean, tell me they're not terrible.
we also didn't have KP playing at the
KP played against the Rockets.
part of the game.
He got iced out in the fourth quarter. They didn't give him the ball.
Yeah.
He was having a lot of injuries, and that
Sounds like y'all are missing Silas, man.
Well, I mean, Silas ran our offense last year.
His
Yes,
smile
I
elevated
expect
Dallas.
them to shut us down when he's the man who has the keys to the kingdom. Yes, he knew how to shut down Luka and KP.
No, dude, any coach knows how to scheme for any other team.
But
like,
that's
the
difference
film
between
there.
good
There's so
coaches
much film.
and bad coaches. When you can execute that game plan and shut down a great team like the Dallas Mavericks.
But I want a real answer here, Ish. Be open to America right now. Are the Mavs pretenders or are they contenders?
Oh, they're absolute contenders. These are my boys. These are my boys. They're just as much contenders as your Miami Heat are contenders.
No, bro, we have a way better shot in the East than you do in the
Hey,
West.
they have Heat culture.
We have
they have a
Heat
better
culture,
shot
man.
because they play in a shitty conference. So yes, they do have a better shot in that
That
regard.
is fair. The Mavericks
We're
might
gonna
be
get to the
7th
Eastern
in the
Conference,
West, but
I'll
if
tell
they
you
were in
that.
the East, they'd be a 4th seed. That's how bad the Eastern Conference is.
So what do you think, JP? Contenders or pretenders?
The thing is, this team is so inconsistent, and I'm going to say they're pretenders just because of the inconsistency issues that they have. I know they started the season; it was pretty rough. They had people in and out with COVID. Luka came in out of shape like he always does and plays himself
when
into
is he
shape.
not 7-Eleven?
Yeah, he got the 7-Eleven bod. Yeah, he's got the 7-Eleven employee
It's fine,
bod, but
he has the conditioning.
He loves
can
them
do it.
7-Eleven
Yeah.
hot wings. I'll tell you that, boy.
Oh, for sure, definitely. I mean, the thing is, they're just not
big boy.
good enough at certain things. Like, offensively, they're not a great three-point shooting team. They're good. Defensively, they're not a great defensive team either. You really look at this
We've
team,
never
too.
been a good defensive team.
I know, but you have to be.
Luka's name is
Dude,
Onchix.
yeah,
There's no
Defense
team.
wins championships, my friend.
Yes, it's cliche, but it's true. But if you
I
look
guess
at
the Heat doesn't know about that since they couldn't win a championship.
well, they took
I
the
mean,
Lakers to 6 with an injured
Yeah,
team.
good
so
luck.
they had a pretty
the Mavs
pretty
did
good defense
real
there.
well. Would have
But-
done real well against the Lakers last year.
But if you look at this team,
That would've
the
been a
Mavs-
sweep, dude,
the
not
thing
even
is,
a
it's the tale
question.
of two teams, and I honestly, I feel like a lot of it's on Rick Carlisle as well, because I feel like once you guys leaked the rumors about KP, all of a sudden Porzingis came here to ball, and he's playing some of the best basketball of his career.
Absolutely.
But the big thing,
we
big
have to
takeaway,
move KP
the big
moving
takeaway,
forward.
Why?
The big takeaway,
He's a great player.
the big takeaway,
He's not showing up.
the big takeaway I will say watching the Mavs, obviously they had that impressive win against the Jazz, and you think for a second it's fool's gold, and you're like, man, this team's really good, they're a contender, and then they shit the bed against the Rockets. KP was playing and balling out that game, and he got frozen out in the fourth
Dude,
quarter.
did you see how? Did you see how?
Out of
Like,
the past 10 games, we've gone 8-2. Obviously, you're not perfect. You're gonna have an off night. Every team in
an
the
off
NBA
night, bro.
is
An
a
off night
good
doesn't
team.
happen against the Houston Rockets.
Me and you are not gonna roll up on the Houston Rockets and beat the hell out of them.
Bro,
They will beat us by 100.
Bro, JP wearing
They
that
are-
jersey could go start for the Houston Rockets right
They
now.
are a good team. That's why they play at that level. That's why they make the big bucks.
Well, the Rockets are not a good team. The Rockets are trying to tank.
But I mean, in general,
Yeah, dude. Imagine losing to a team that's actively
forget
trying
in
to
relativity
lose.
to the general population.
You lost to
They
Avery
are good
Bradley.
players.
Avery Bradley.
By the way, that's
Miami
that's
Heat legend
another
Avery Bradley.
That's
I
another,
wouldn't say legend.
That's another
Legend.
shit show that happened at the trade deadline. How you basically gave up Harden for Olynyk and Bradley, and then a second round pick swap. Absolutely awesome.
Speaking of, man, like the
Richter-
Rockets, like what's going on there? Because I mean, as you call him, Brichter Oladipo came and did very well with the
Kelly
Heat.
Olynyk's been balling out balling out for the
I
Rockets.
mean, he balled out for us in the
Oh,
playoffs
he was
last
great.
year.
No, he's been great for us. He was better than Victor ever was.
Are you going to justify that
But-
Kelly Olynyk was worth losing James Harden? That was a 1-for-1 trade.
I mean,
Is that what you're going to
that's
look me in the face
that's
and tell me?
basically what
No,
you
but
got.
I mean,
You got
look at the camera, look at the camera.
Richter was expiring.
Pancake Pete, look in that camera and
Richter
lie
was
to him.
expiring.
Lie to him in the camera.
Oh, but here's the thing. He's trying to deflect. We're talking about his Mavs not being real contenders. He's trying to deflect with my Rockets.
they're absolutely
It's typical
real contenders.
tactics.
You're not real
Nothing
contenders. You're the
substantial. You
7th
said
seed
it
in
backs
the
this up.
West.
And we would be the 4th seed in the East. You
It doesn't make you a
guys
contender,
are
though.
the 6th seed in the East. Do you understand how awful you guys
No,
are
Bram,
to
we've
be
made
the
strides.
bottom end of the Eastern
Since the
Conference?
trade deadline,
Hey, they beat the
we've made
Lakers.
strides.
They beat the Lakers
Yeah,
last
man,
night.
the Lakers won a championship
They
last
beat
year.
Andre Drummond last night.
Yeah, we beat
Tell
the
me-
Bucks last night, actually.
Oh, yeah, and how far did the Bucks go? Who'd the Bucks to lose to in the playoffs last year?
It doesn't matter. You're not.
No, it doesn't matter
You're
now.
not gonna make
It doesn't
out of the
matter
second
now, of
round.
course.
You're gonna
Open
get-
facts.
you're
Open
gonna-
facts
you're
ish
gonna-
over
You're
here.
gonna get beat in 5
But
games.
no, let's
in the
look at all
second
these.
round.
Let's look at the real contenders in the West.
I'm giving you
No,
too much credit.
No, here's the thing. People at home, let's look at the real teams in the West. Your Phoenix Suns, your Clippers, your
The
Lakers,
Clippers are
your
not a
Jazz.
real
Do you really
team.
think? Oh, with playoff Rondo, did you see them last night? They destroyed the Suns. Yes, the Suns won a back-to-back.
They will
Clippers
choke
look
in
great.
the playoffs.
They have playoff Rondo. They're a different team now. They have playoff Rondo.
Ty Lue's gonna save
Wait,
them all.
yeah.
Bro, y'all are gonna be
and
seventh
they beat
playing
you
it.
last year without playoff Rondo, so I think they will beat you this year with playoff Rondo.
Y'all are.
We had an injured KP. If he was there for the full series, we would
But
have
hey,
beat the LA
let's
Clippers.
remind everyone at home, what's the best thing? What's one of the best abilities? Oh, yeah, it's availability.
And
Right,
guess
Mason?
what? The Mavericks
That's why
don't
we
have.
need to move Kristaps Porzingis and probably do a trade
Because they're
with you
not a
guys.
contender.
Pick
That's
up
why you need to
Christian
move them.
Wood.
Because they're not a
Christian
contender.
Wood.
The Rockets are never going to trade that. Like, you're delusional if you
We're
think that they're
trading
gonna
Christian
trade-
Wood to the Warriors. We want Wiseman and we want their pick.
I
when they get
have
the pick
no,
swap with the
I have
T-Wolves.
no interest in Wiseman. He has not really shown up that
Really?
well.
Oh, you don't
Really?
want Wiseman now. You're trying to build for a win now
Absolutely,
scenario.
we're in a win now
Wow.
situation.
That is absolutely absurd.
Well,
you
no,
don't
we
want
are
a
in a-
young star. That's
Wiseman's
coming up.
not a young.
Yeah.
Wiseman does not look very good. That'll be a different topic for another time. But I mean, he is 19 years old. There's a lot of pressure on him and everything like that. But the Mavs, I'm not sold on them. I think the Mavs could maybe sneak out of the first round depending matchup wise.
I mean, they're gonna be playing with
they
probably
are
the
going
Clippers.
to get out of the first round.
They're
Yes.
probably going to play the Clippers again, and they're going to lose again.
Oh, yeah. Being led at the helm by Ty Lue?
I'm pretty
better,
sure.
better
So-
than Doc Rivers.
So I don't mean
Doc
to.
Rivers is definitely going to make it out of the first round with this Philadelphia 76ers.
Well, yeah, because they'll probably matched up with a shitty team that's probably has a 500 record. They're probably matched up with the Knicks or matched up with the Celtics, probably.
Which
in
is
the first
another
round.
reason why the
or maybe
Heat
even a
went
worse
so
team,
far
maybe
so
like
the
maybe
way
like
they
the
did.
Hawks.
So I don't mean to air out what we talk about before segments, but Ish definitely claimed that the Clippers had a good shot at winning all of it.
Win.
And now,
Win.
right before we shot, dude.
Yeah, but that was before Pandemic P went off. Oh, nobody
No,
could have
right before we
expected
shot, like 2
Pandemic P to show up right at the bubble.
2 days.
I assumed that he was going to be
That has nothing to
good.
do. No, you said today that you could see the Clippers winning it all.
They look really good.
I did not say
Yes,
that
you did.
today.
The Clippers will
No,
be in the.
sir.
I will say this right now: the
No,
Clippers
sir.
will be in the conference finals. I will tell you that right
Hold
now.
on.
I'm making a guarantee.
Yo,
And you know who they're gonna beat in the first round?
JP, give me
The
a second.
Pretenders.
Empty your pockets real quick. Can you please pass me over that crack pipe that you're smoking? Because you are absolutely high as hell. If you
Hey, I'll take a
believe
little of that,
they'll be
too.
in the conference.
Who do you think's
finals.
going to be in the conference finals then?
So we got
Hey, after
so
you
many
pass it,
better
will you
teams.
pass it to me next?
No,
Anyways,
it's
go
cool.
ahead.
His bag of bad goods. He unfortunately is just
Yeah,
full of it.
his
Yeah.
open facts. Look, we're going to get
My
to the
open
playoffs,
facts
and he's
called
going to
the
have
Lakers in
another
sixth
excuse.
in the finals last year.
He's
but
going to have
it's
another
open- it's open
excuse
facts.
why the Mavericks are bad. So, okay, so contender, pretender. You got contender?
And where do the Mavs finish?
The Mavs are going to finish in the 6th seed.
Wow.
6th seed, really?
Because the 6th seed contender.
Where do you have them?
They're almost like the Heat.
Contender, pretender, where do they finish?
The Rockets won the
Oh,
championship.
I
in
think,
the
Bro, are
90s
you
in the
saying that a
6th seed.
6th seed is a contender?
The Rockets won the championship in the 6th
But they were
seed.
defending champions though. It's totally different when
I
you're
don't
defending
think it
champs.
is.
You're
I don't
absurd.
When you're
think it
defending
is.
champs or you've been to the finals like his Heat, it's totally different.
You made me throw my beer.
You wasted a beer.
But I'm
You
gonna
made
say
me so angry.
I'm gonna say just to argue just to be more argumentative. I think the Mavs will sneak and I think they can get the 5th seed. I think
Fifth
fifth
seed?
seed.
Really?
Because I think the Lakers will keep falling depending on how long AD and LeBron are out.
Oh, if LeBron comes
I think
back.
So
I
I
think-
think they'll get the 5th seed, but it's not going to matter. I see the Mavs that maybe they'll make it to the second round, but I highly doubt it. If they play any of the 4 teams I mentioned, there's no way.
So, are you going contender or pretender?
Oh, they're pretender, absolutely.
Pretender? I'm going definite pretender. They're going to fall down to the 8th seed They're going to, after this Houston game, they're demoralized. They're beat down. They couldn't even beat a team that's trying to tank. So they're going to drop down.
We're so demoralized.
They're going to drop down.
In the past 10 games, so demoralized.
They're going to drop down.
Oh no.
They're going to lose a bunch of games here to end the season, and the Memphis Grizzlies are going to jump them, and they're going to end up having to play the Utah Jazz, and the Utah Jazz are going to get the brooms out and sweep them right away.
Wow. Very bold for a man who's not going to make it.
At least I'll stick to it, and I won't say it was open facts.
I didn't say it was open facts. I'm Mr. ESPN. I only give you solid facts.
But I think that's all the time we got on this. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know we've taken a little break, but appreciate you guys being there for the support, and we will be back shortly with another segment.